Good morning to you, good morning to you, good day to you, good morning to you. Hello, happy Friday to you. How you start the morning is obviously how the rest of the day will pan out, so make sure you start your day as you mean to go on. And of course, Monday is like the morning of the week, okay? So set your Monday up to be a really big start to your week because it will carry that momentum through the rest of the week. We are here back at BBB headquarters in Kintbury, West Berkshire, because today we are mentoring a few people on setting up, launching and successfully growing their own masterminds and group coaching programs. The truth of the matter is, it ain't easy. It looks easy, and when you look from the outside, it looks very appealing to see people, you know, with 20, 30, 40 people, maybe like us, 60, 70 people in masterminds, and people do the maths, and it looks very lucrative, and it is. However, it is not easy to launch them. You've got to make sure you've got your positioning right on them, your marketing right, the right people, the right pricing, and then of course, you've got to build the right culture, and you've got to build the right environment. And that is what we are helping people with today, because that is what we are experts at. Okay, so we just finished an awesome day with people launching their own masterminds, mostly on track actually, and holding nicely accountable and making sure that they achieve all the things that they set out to achieve. Right now we are heading back towards home for our networking event that we're co-hosting with a hotel this evening. I'll share that with you and I'll check in a bit and maybe share a little bit of wisdom. We are here in the room setting up for tonight for our big main event. We do 2 of these a year. This one's called The Big Push. In January we do a kickoff, and it's done deliberately because, best will intended, you've had your holidays, your clients have been off, many people have had a little bit of an easy ride, especially this year with the crazy heat this year, right?
Nuts weather.
So it's basically to make sure that everyone just fires into the autumn and really capitalises on the opportunities that this part of the year has. I keep saying, I said it yesterday, it's a compressed part of the year. It's like you've got half of a year almost, but it's compressed almost in like 2 months or 2.5 months. So we're down here just setting up, doing the final touches. We'll be back down here in a few hours. I had a very lazy start today because obviously it's going to be a late finish for us, but we're super excited, right?
Very excited.
Tracy's a bit too excited.
I'm trying not to peak too early, which is what I normally do.
Tracy always peaks too soon. Anyway, unlike me. Okay, so here we are, time now about 22:05, so we're going to be kicking off in about 20 minutes, give or take. And the core themes today, as part of our big push season, is all about what we're going to be letting go of so that we can free ourselves to truly move forward and create what it is we're trying to create and achieve ultimately what we're going to achieve. I've got some tricks up my sleeve for later on, so keep your eyes out for that. Loads of awesome content, loads of self-reflection, loads of interaction, a little bit of play, and a couple of really deep dives where I'm going to get these guys to really dig deep in themselves and to connect with both the sides that are holding them back, but also the sides that they have in them, the fighter, the winner, the person who succeeds, the achiever, that great strength they have within them. And what we're looking at is the two sides of this coin, which is everything we could be and everything that we're able to be that's been limited by all of that other stuff that we've picked up along the way, that baggage, those negative lessons we've had, those unfortunate circumstances that we've had that counteract all the greatness that we have in us innately, that we could focus. And that's really what today's about. It's a big event. I'm going to be asking them to go deeper than probably they even think. It's going to be an awesome day. I'll share it with you. Have an awesome one. Hope you're having a great day, and I'll check in with you in a little bit. Okay, so we're back home. What a long day. It's been an awesome day, great day. What I love about what we've created at Success Groups is an environment where we're all business owners and they're all entrepreneurs and they're all moving themselves forward and they're all pushing themselves forward, but we do it in this kind of team-spirited way that you just don't find in any, or certainly not many places. We're all in it together, and it's a safe environment where people feel comfortable to be vulnerable. And we have to be comfortable being vulnerable in this world, because otherwise what happens is we start to put the pretense on, we start to put the barriers on, we start to pretend and fake that we're doing well, or that we're feeling well, or that, you know, we haven't got any issues or problems. And of course, in most business environments, that's exactly how you need to be. However, ours is one where we all acknowledge that we are growing ourselves, and to grow ourselves, we have to acknowledge those vulnerabilities within us. We have to acknowledge sometimes those weaknesses in us. We have to acknowledge the failings in us, the flaws in us, so that we can continue to better ourselves and improve ourselves. And I keep saying we and our, because that's exactly the philosophy that I have at Success Groups, is that we're all on this journey together, myself included. I don't put myself up there as some kind of guru, for example. I'm very much still on my own personal development journey, and will be, by the way, until the day I die. And what I do is I invite other like-minded, ambitious business owners to join me on that journey, that quest, that pilgrimage. Anyway, what an awesome night. Everyone really threw himself into it. I was really impressed once again, even though I know these people, just how deep they let themselves go. And I say deep diving, I mean like inside themselves, to really look inside themselves at what's holding them back. Amazing feedback from so many people already. Before we left the venue just now, just telling me how much they needed that and how much they got from it. And yeah, this will be the turning point in many people's lives. really good rounds. And again, you know, it just goes to show me over and over again what a great environment that we've created, what great people we've attracted to our mastermind. When you see the amount of help and support that is in that room for each other, masterminds are absolutely about pushing you. They're absolutely about holding you accountable. They're absolutely about setting goals and growing as an individual and pushing harder and fighting harder for what you want. But also, you know, our masterminds are very much there to support you through the tougher times, you know, and most people, they just don't have an environment where they can go and be authentically be challenged, whether it be by business or in their personal life, whatever it might be, and get a real honest support from other people to get them back on track. It's not a support group, it's not a therapy group. What it is a room full of truly ambitious entrepreneurs who are real people who face real challenges, and we're there to get the best out of each other. And sometimes that means needing to be there for each other. And we've created an unprecedented mastermind in that to that capacity or to that end. So anyway, I'm now heading off to Surrey. We're heading over to Mercedes, Brooklands, to talk at Progressive Property Network. I have no idea what to expect. I've never done this one before. I know it's one of their flagship ones. It's been a bit of a cock up on dates, so I don't know whether I'm going to turn up to 100 plus, which they can have there, people, or whether I'm going to turn up to 20 people. It's all part of the fun and excitement, isn't it? The message, the same as always, it's about making sure you understand that the mindset and attitudinal and cultural aspects of your business are absolutely where you are going to find your greatest gains in your personal performance and therefore in your business success. It's not saying you shouldn't have skills, certainly isn't saying you shouldn't have strategy and plans and goals. It's just saying what's going on up here is driving your behaviours, it's driving your actions, and therefore driving your results. Okay, I'm going to jump in the car, about an hour and a half to go to get there, but what a stunning day. Okay, so I've got here well early because I had to navigate the M4, the M3 and the M25, so if I didn't get here early I wouldn't get here at all. So I've got an hour to wander around the Brooklands Museum. It's been quite a few years actually since I've been here. Got planes, got cars, I think that's it, planes and cars. So I thought, you know what, I've got about an hour to kill. I'll just pop in, do a quick once round, and I love planes, I love all things planes, I love all things cars, even old ones, believe it or not. Not as much as new ones, I'll be honest with you. Anyway, there you go, I mean, Formula One's in there. I'll show you around. I did not share much footage from tonight. The reason being, there was a bit of a cock up. Let's come back to that light. So there was a little bit of a cock up, and as much as with dates and stuff and people not knowing what date it was and head office not really communicating and etc, etc, still not 100% sure what happened. What I do know what happened is about 10 people turned up, and you know what, it's something in me, it's conditioned in me. I do it every single time. You know, when we first started doing this business, I had rooms with like 5-10 people in them. In fact, I remember really clearly one day when I had just 2 people in a talk. So when I come here, look, it's a bit of a cock up, you know, I was expecting maybe 50 people minimum. Who knows, maybe even more than that, maybe even heading up towards the 100 mark. They have had 200 plus people here. So obviously it's a disappointment in terms of numbers, but you know what? I still give everything I've got. And it was someone once said this to me, it was really, really, really wise, okay? And he said to me, he said, you know, he said, when you throw a straw up or you refuse to do what you're going to do, like refuse to talk or go on stage because there's only 10 or 20 or even 100 people there and you're expecting more, for example, you're punishing the people who have turned up. You're punishing the people that did come out to see you speak and everything else. And and I've always had that kind of philosophy and that mindset. It keeps me humble, right? You turn up here. So the room wasn't booked. There was no room. There was no venue. We just gone to the hotel, sat in the bar, and it's like 10, whatever, 11 people, whatever, just sitting around the bar. A bit of a Q&A, just talking, sharing some answers, sharing a bit of wisdom, hopefully, along the way, giving some pointers and stuff. And you know what? It was fun. It was great. Met some great people. I got to talk, which is what I came here to do, just not to the same numbers. Anyway, so I didn't share that with you because it would be very conspicuous, me just filming 10 people around a bar. Not quite exactly what I turned up to do. Last day of the working week, if you're a normal person, it might just be the beginning of a long working weekend. If you're an entrepreneur, whatever it is, make sure you make it count. Make sure you use it to move you, your agenda, your goals, your life and your business forward. I had a deliberately lazy start to the day, a bit of a lay-in because I didn't get home to about 11:30, a bit wired, so did some work probably to about 1, then wound down a little bit, so probably about 2, maybe even later before I got to sleep last night. So yes, a well-deserved lie-in this morning. I'm now in the car to go and pick up my daughters. One's at home and didn't go in today. I just had a text message pop up a few minutes ago. I'm desperately hoping that's not because she's got a cold. I love them dearly, but it drives me nuts when they rock up with colds and leave them here as like a little gift to remember them by. So I'm really hoping that's not a cold. I'm hoping it's nothing serious, by the way, either. I'm assuming someone would have told me if it was anything worse than that. Anyway, I will have to wait and see, and we'll have to deal with whatever turns up. So go and pick up one daughter from home plus Eddie the dog, head over to Gloucester, pick up the other daughter from college, and then we're going to head back here to West Berkshire. Probably about a 4.5 hour round trip, as long as the traffic's okay and I stop talking soon and get on the road and actually start making moves. Okay, so stopped off for a little cheeky Starbucks and now I'm back on my way. Okay, so Eddie's in the car, Olivia's in the car. She has got a stinking cold. My worst fears have been realised. But we are now heading over to child number 2 to pick her up from college, which is about 55 minutes away, according to my sat nav.
Incredible music.
Okay, next stop complete. Child 2 is in the car. And I hope you've been productive doing whatever it is you've been doing today and this week. And I shall check in with you on Monday. As always, have a good one.